Lots of pretty lights and trees and decor. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Lowe's, they have lots to look at. Hi, it's Steph, and we're at Lowe's. And we are going to take a look at their November inventory. There are lots of beautiful arrangements for the holidays, and we'll see what else we can find here at Lowe's. First thing that caught my eye was these beautiful arrangements for the holidays. These would look so pretty flanking a front porch or even to gift as a holiday present because they are evergreen, and once they're outside and it's nice and cool, they'll get watered by the rain and they'll hold out for a really long time. Here are, let's see, they're in these whiskey barrel type whitewashed planters. They are $44.98. It says it's a large square whiskey planter. A great way to decorate your home during the holiday season for indoor or outdoor use. And it comes with these really pretty birch logs and some pine cones, some berries, just really pretty arrangement. They have quite a few here. These appear to be just a little bit larger in a bigger whiskey barrel planter, and these are round whiskey barrel planters. This is traditionally what they look like. And what a pretty arrangement. And it smells really nice too. Standing here, you can smell the greenery. Look at that. This one has some eucalyptus, some berry picks, a velvet ribbon, and those really large pine cones, as well as those birch logs. And you know, even after the holidays, when you're done with these containers, you can keep these components and use them in an arrangement next year. You can cut some greenery from your garden, and then you'll have all of these picks to accent them. And these here are, let's see, $49.98. And here are some smaller ones in this red tin. It says North Pole Mistletoe, and these are $39.98. Look how pretty. Has some pine cones, berries, ribbon, and that decorative container that you can then reuse. They have some wreaths available as well, and these are 22-inch wreaths with a bow for $16.98. And then you can add lights or decorate these as you wish. Or just leave them plain. They look really pretty and they add such a nice holiday fragrance. Oh, I really like these with the plaid bow. Look how pretty. These are $24.98. And these with the little welcome sign are really nice for a front porch or by the front door. Let's see how much these are. $29.98. And then there's these really large ones with the welcome sign for $64.98. Look how big these pine cones are. Isn't that awesome? They also have some of these evergreens that you can plant in your garden. So these would also make wonderful gifts because unlike the arrangements that we just saw that are temporary, these you can actually plant in the garden after the holidays. These are some really beautiful blue spruces. Now, I did plant one of these years ago, and I bought it just like this, small and cute, and it grew ginormous in just 10 years. So a cautionary tale, make sure you give these plenty of space. They are absolutely gorgeous evergreens, but they need some room. So this here is a Colorado blue spruce. It is $79.98. It doesn't give us much information, but these would be really pretty. They already have a bow on them. You can throw some lights on them, and then in the spring, plant them out. And they would do just fine in these containers. I'm here in a zone 6. These are really hardy, down to a zone, maybe even a 3. So as long as you put them in a spot where they'll get some sun and water, they'll be fine in the container until it's time to plant in spring. And if you want to make your own containers, you can even pick up some of these arborvitae and decorate your own planters. So this one here is a smaller one. It's an emerald green arborvitae for $11.98. They like sun, they also like water. You can use this in your container and then plant it out in the landscape come spring. Now, these are not as deer resistant as, say, the green giant arborvitae. So if you did deal with deer in your garden, if you planted it out, you just want to be careful about that. They are hardy down to zone 3 or negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and they get to be 15 feet in height by 4 feet in width. Also some really cute and small Alberta spruce, and these are $11.98. They like sun, they're evergreen, and hardy down to -20 degrees or zone 4. And an azalea rhododendron. These like part shade. It is flowering, so if you planted this in the spring, there's a good chance that it would still bloom for you. You could use it as a decorative plant for the holidays and then enjoy some blooms come spring. Looks like the blooms would be pink on this one. They like part sun. And this one's $29.98, hardy down to zone 3 or -30 degrees Fahrenheit. And it gets to be 3 to 5 feet in height and 3 feet in width. Has really pretty shiny foliage. This blue rug juniper is an amazing option for a ground cover. Now, ground covers are wonderful to use in place. This is like what they call a living ground cover in place of mulch. Over time, these will grow and they'll cover more of your soil, which means that in time, you'll need to use mulch less. And this one here, being evergreen, would stay this way all year round, and it will grow to create kind of like a carpet. I actually planted a bunch of these on a hillside area that I have. They're also great for erosion control. So this variety is called Blue Rug Juniper. It has this blue coloring. This container is $13.98. It likes sun, and it gets to be 1 foot in height by 8 feet in width, so it's spreading. And it is hardy down to -30 degrees Fahrenheit or a zone 3. Blue Rug Juniper. And right on the side of it is another one of my favorites, this really beautiful blue evergreen called Blue Star Juniper. These are a really beautiful, compact, mound-forming type evergreen, perfect for the front of a border because they don't get very tall. I've had some in my landscape for about 10 years. I have about 4 of them planted, and they only get to be 3 to 4 foot in diameter and only about 18 or so inches in height in my experience. They like full sun, and full sun will give them this really beautiful blue coloring. It is hardy down to a zone 4 or down to -20 degrees Fahrenheit, and they are deer resistant, which I can also agree because I do deal with deer, but they don't touch them. So a really pretty evergreen. If you know someone who maybe moved into a new home, giving them a couple of these plants as a Christmas gift would be wonderful. Nice housewarming gift to plant in their garden. Some decorative kissing balls. Now these are really cool. They're not hung up yet, so it looks like they might be putting these out on display, but these are really pretty. They're in a ball shape. Looks like some spruce greenery with some floral picks and a red velvet bow. And they are $39.98. If you're looking for a really small and compact Christmas tree, Lowe's has you covered. Check this out. It's a Fraser fir, fresh cut. It looks like it's 3 to 4 feet in height, $27.98. Is there anything like the smell of fresh cut greens in the house for the holidays? I don't think so. I love it. And this would be a great way to add some of that wonderful fragrance. And not too big, so it'd be manageable. It also has its own little stand. Look at that. A decorative log planter, another item that you could then just recycle the log and the picks for the future if you wanted to use it once you're done with this container. $29.98 for the cedar log box decorated planter. And if you're looking for other Christmas decor, look how pretty these natural pine cone type hangers are with some greenery and some berries. Really pretty. You can hang this on a door, on a hook, in the center of some wreaths. Even if you put a swag on your fireplace, hanging 1 or 2 of these down the side would look really beautiful. Let's see how much they are. $12.98 for this ornamental pine cone. I'm really impressed by how large these pine cones are. They really make an impact, right? Gorgeous. So they have a bunch of these on display here. And some other items to decorate your containers with, some floral picks and some bowl fillers. These are real pretty. $9.98 for those. And then these here with some of these moss colored ornaments, $22.98. Those are real pretty. You can even just put these in a vase, in a container, real pretty. And some frosted pine cones. Let's see how much these are. $6.98, and you get 3 of them. So you can even pick some of these up if you make your own greenery containers and kind of stick those in. Real pretty. They have these wooden skis. Look at that, $19.98. And some sleds. See, they have a pick stick on them so they can be put in containers. Let's see how much the sled is. $19.98. And then some snowshoes. $19.98. Yep, snowshoes. And some other floral pick arrangements. $22.98 for those bundles. Different colors as well. These are more cream. There's some with red. They also have some of this lawn decor. Some gingerbread, reindeer, candy canes, some peppermints, and of course some nutcrackers. And the large nutcracker here is, let's see, $29.98. Lots of bows and ribbon. So if you pick up your wreath or a tree, you can embellish it with all these little accents that they have available. And the cinnamon pine cones that we so often find around the holidays, they have some packages of those. But here's what I found awesome. They also have some Christmas tree scented pine cones. I've never seen these. Look at that. You get a whole bag. There's no price on these, so I'm not sure how much they are, but they have cinnamon and Christmas tree. They have some Amaryllis and Paperwhite planter kits or bulb kit. These are also make a good gift around the holidays. Now Amaryllis, if you want them to bloom around the holidays, now would be a good time to get them planted up. Otherwise, you can plant them for Christmas and have them somewhere around Valentine's Day. There's some red. See, the variety is Red Lion. They just have Red Lion on the Amaryllis, but then they have this in Paperwhites. If you've never grown Paperwhites before, they do have a really strong fragrance, but you know, it's an acquired smell, I would say. So $16.98 for those. And they come in red planters, white, and this bluish gray color. They also have this variety of Amaryllis, which comes in a waxed bulb with some glitter. And you can see that they're already starting to sprout. These are $14.98. And they look to be all red as well, so the Red Lion. I found some in some boxes without the decorative planters for a little less. So these are $8.98, and there's a couple of different varieties. So there's the white, the Red Lion. This one just says Christmas gift Amaryllis. So that's some variety of white. And then they also have the Apple Blossom, which is a really pretty pink and white. And here's some of those Norfolk pines that we saw at the Home Depot the other day. So they have some here at Lowe's as well. They have little picks, they're also from Costa Farm, so same idea. And they come with the ornaments and some decorative picks. This one has a cardinal. This one has a little reindeer, a poinsettia. So these really do make really cute gifts. So these are $14.98. And they have some larger ones here inside as well. Now, unlike the evergreens that we saw outside, these Norfolk pines are not cold tolerant. So if you did purchase one of these, you would want to make sure to keep it sheltered, especially for us here in my zone 6. So in colder climates, these would be an indoor plant. If you were in a tropical climate, it's possible that you can probably grow these in a warmer or tropical climate outside. But for us, that is not possible. Let's see how much these larger ones are. They come in red, white, and gold planters. They are $24.98 for the 2.33 gallon Norfolk pine. Check out these cute little planters with these air plants in them. Some snowmen and some reindeer with a little scarf. Look at that. How cute. These would also make really good gifts to, say, coworkers, or even for like a Yankee swap. These little polar bears. Look at the hair. Cute. Looks like a penguin. And then there's these that look like little cats. And another style with like cactus in them. So these are $8.98, and smaller on top are $7.98. Some poinsettia. These are the 1 quart for $4.98. And I only see red in these smaller ones. They also have the 2 quart for $8.98. And look at this little poinsettia planter. It's like a little container garden. It has, it looks like some ivy, another type of maybe a polka dot plant, house plant, and the poinsettia in the center. So even after your poinsettia is done, you can swap it out with some other plant in the center. Another great gift item, $19.98. Oh, look at that. There's one that even has a spider plant in them. My spider plant has a bunch of babies right now. Such great house plants, really low maintenance. A good beginner plant for someone who wants to try house plants but has never had one before. Definitely a spider plant. And then there's these 1 gallon poinsettias for $16.98, and these, they have some white ones as well. Lots of pretty lights and trees and decor. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Lowe's, they have lots to look at. Some wreaths. So this one here that looks flocked with the snow here for $39.98. Has a burlap and plaid ribbon. And then there are some other ones here. So if you're not someone who wants to deal with the real wreaths drying out, you can buy one of these and then have them for years to come. This one has some eucalyptus in it for $49.98. And then there's this one here for $69.98 that looks more like realistic greenery. This one's real pretty. It almost looks like a wrapped up swag. $34.98. I'm a bit tempted by these lanterns. They have them in this red color. They're LED lanterns. Let's see, yeah, there's a light there. You just probably battery operated. Some pretty decorative picks on them. And then they also come in that bronze color up there. Look at that. $29.98. I have some lanterns on my porch with some LED lights, but I really like these. And then they have some other decorative Christmas items. They have a nativity scene. I always really like these animals made out of wood shavings. A little fox with a Christmas countdown. And then look at this really pretty door hanger with the cardinal on it. It says wall decor, but you could hang this on a door in place of a wreath. $16.98. And that one says Happy Holidays. Some woven tree collars. Look at that. I always think these are really pretty. I've never done it before. I just have a traditional tree skirt, but I think they're really beautiful. They have the woven ones, and then they have some of the other colors, the red and the white, and these are $39.98. Do you have people who love houseplants in your life? This would also make a really great gift, even for like a teenager, for their room. Look at that. Cute little snowman with a scarf, and they're $15.98. And what kind of plant is this? Some kind of maybe a calathea. I thought that was really cute. Some toss pillows, and these look to be about $19.98. I really like that blue one with the snowflake there towards the bottom. And if you're looking for some fake snow for a project or for decorating, they have some here. Krylon. And these Norfolk pines here even come in a gift bag with some ornaments so that the person that you gift it to can decorate it themselves. Isn't that cute? These here are $21.98 in the gift bag. And look at this really cute little burlap planter, $22.98. Some pine cones and some berries and some really fresh greenery. Beautiful. Here's some more of those hanging kissing balls with some velvet ribbon. And that lantern we saw inside, look how they're using it out here, hanging on the shepherd's hook. I was just thinking about sitting it on the porch step, so this is another really great idea. And check out this really pretty shrub. This here is a false holly goshiki, an osmanthus. I actually planted one of these in my garden a couple of years ago, and it is really pretty. Now this holly doesn't get berries, but it's got this really pretty variegated foliage. It's like yellow and green, just really interesting. And this one comes in that decorative Christmas planter, and it likes part sun. It is the Holly Osmanthus Goshiki, and it is $26.98. It gets to be 14 feet in height, 12 feet in wide, hardy down to -10 degrees, or a zone 5. And I really like this planter. Look at that. You can reuse this after. Look at that foliage. They have these cute little cedar alder decorated baskets. Look at these in the little log with the handle. Adorable. Well, that brings us to the end of the November inventory here at Lowe's. I hope that you've enjoyed checking out what my store has in stock for their evergreens and holiday inventory. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my future videos. And we'll see you soon.